Nagpapatuloy ang ikawalong season ng MPBL sa bayan ng Orion sa lalawigan ng Bataan as we bring you the second game of our Friday triple header. We have 2 point guards playing in their 7th season. Ryan Costello bringing that stabilizing presence for the Black Bulls, going up against Ordan Wamar and San Juan, who are gunning for their 8th straight win. Yan po ang magkalaban. A showdown in the North Division between the Quezon City Black Bulls and a former champion in San Juan. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Ken Pangilinan with Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, how do you see this matchup going between Quezon City and San Juan?
Ako, importante dito is kaano magre-respond to the challenge itong Quezon City Black Bulls. You've always seen them compete at any team against they go up against, and so ngayon ibang kalaban ito, medyo mabigat, pero tingnan natin kung anong adjustments na meron para sa Quezon City.
Batiin natin yung mga nanonood sa atin live on our official MPBL YouTube channel, on Tap Sports and Solar Sports. Let's bring in our third member of our panel, Miss Daphne Cristobal, who has a report on both teams. Kamusta, Daphne?
Hello, Ken and Coach Mike. Okay naman ako, pero mukhang may konting struggle na ma-experience itong side ng Quezon City. Alam naman natin na maulan dito ngayon sa Bataan at mawawalan sila ng magpapaulan ng tres ngayong gabi. They'll be missing the contribution from the outside shots by Pat Buena, who's currently feeling under the weather on the other side of the court naman. Para sa side ng San Juan, for Coach Alex Angeles, in all smile, sabi niya nga sa akin, kailangan lang nilang padaliin ang paglalaro ng basketball ngayong gabi. Balik sa iyo.
May hula ako kung bakit wala si Pat Buena, pero mamaya ibubunyag ko yan. Pero pag-usapan natin yung kanilang upunan, Coach Mike, itong Quezon City in their last game, they played here in Orion. They went up against one of the contenders in the North Division, the Pasay Voyagers. And in that game, Coach Mike, nakita natin how they led by as many as 11 points in the first half. They were in the lead, less than a minute remaining, but Pasay pulling out the stops in the end and getting this win over the Black Bulls.
Oh, yung sagot ng Pasay actually in the closing moments, yun ang naging crucial doon, especially the 3-point makes and the end game executions. And when you look at the stats, you know, that's a -6 3-point makes in that department, only because they were not making their shots from there. And 0 out of 4 from Ryan Costello, 0 out from Pat Buena. Matter of fact, you know, mga nakascore lang yata dito sila Clark Derigen and Rosaline, guys that you do not expect really more on threes. So now without Pat Buena, where are you gonna get those threes in this game?
And going up against San Juan is certainly a tall order already. San Juan picking up their 7th straight victory at the expense of Basilan, but it wasn't easy as you would think because game was tied 31 all midway in the second quarter, pero inunti-unti ito ng San Juan, just chipping away and eventually blowing out Basilan 97-79.
Oh, doon sa second half, yung you were mentioning about yung balance attack and yung magandang depensa nila na talagang nag-suffocate doon sa comeback attempts ng Basilan. For San Juan, it really was mas maraming attempts, mas maraming makes, excellent yung field goal shooting, na-dominate nila yung glass, 57 rebounds, and the points in the paint, clearly a huge difference, plus 28, and even the help that you're getting off the bench, ang dami na nakuha ng San Juan Knights versus Basilan.
The Quezon City Black Bulls lock horns with San Juan. Let's turn you over to Miguel Pere for starters.
Time to meet our starters. First, for Quezon City Black Bulls. Starting at guard number 27, MJ Hoson. Also at guard number 20, Joshua Roque. At center number 11, Clark Derige. Forward number 15, Aaron Bagunu. Also at forward number 29, Kobe Monhe. The head coach for Quezon City is JV Olea. Assistant coaches, B-Boy Santiago Mico Santos, Jeff Morillo, Marco Asa, Zino Gudes, Adjong Wong, and Aaron Villegas. Team coordinator, Chicky Alcala. Team manager, Nico Estrada. The team owner is JC Tan. Here comes the starting five for the MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights. Starting at guard number 19, Jerry Abajano. Also at guard number 15, James Kwekote. At center number 20, Mike Phillips. Forward number 17, Aldres Ramos. Also at forward number 81, Harold Alarcon. The head coach for San Juan Knights is Alex Angeles. Assistant coaches RB Mangahas, Jigs Guadamor, James Ongpin, Paolo Gorospe, Jeff Taonera, Dino Enrile, PJ Maningan, and Quisel Padua. Team consultant Philip Cesar. Team manager Jun Usman. The team owner is
Starting
Honorable
five brought to you by
Senator
Sports
Jinggoy
Plus,
Estrada.
the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Quezon City Black Bulls Parade, MJ Hoson, Joshua Roque, Clark Derrigue, Aaron Baguno, and Kobe Mone. For San Juan, Jerry Abadiano, James Quecote, Mike Phillips making his 8th consecutive start, Harold Alarcon, and Aldrich Ramos. Our game officials are Manuel Binondo, Brian Ramirez, and Elaine Subere. Court referee ready to sub in is Sherwin Mina.
Well, some of the regular starters for the San Juan Knights over their previous games. Ito kasi nag-work na starters para sa kanila, while itong Quezon City elevated Baguno already to the starter because of his excellent showing, especially in the recent games.
Abadiano got blocked on his first attempt. Kapon naglaro, Coach Mike, ang Pasay and Caloocan. And when you think about it, Quezon City is pretty much in a similar position with Pasay, where they're going up against arguably one of the top 3 teams in their division. Pasay held their own before losing out late against Caloocan. So it's very interesting how Quezon City does in this matchup against the mighty San Juan squad.
Ako, mahalaga para sa akin dito is that all throughout the quarters, they gotta compete. But eventually, if it all boils down to final possessions, down the stretch situation against the San Juan Knights, you have to be able to execute, unlike how they did against Pasay, na nagkaroon sila ng maraming pagkakataon na makuha yung panalo na yun. Matter of fact, yung last possession really inbounds para sa kanila yun here in the backcourt, but they were not able to execute anything. And so, gotta do better here against the San Juan Knights.
Quecote misses. Ball tapped. It goes to Jerry Abadiano. Straight away free. Tatalbog palabas. Clark Derrigue clears it for Quezon City. MJ Hoson launches the 3. Air ball. Quecote grabs and goes. Bounce pass to Abadiano. Mike Phillips, the one-hander off the window and in.
Pretty much about 6 feet in. Very unstoppable itong si Mike Phillips, especially kung nandun na siya sa loob ng paint. If you have him down on the low block, medyo may may pagkakataon ka pang tumulong, no? Against the post up by Mike Phillips. But you find him middle of the lane just like this one. It's easy for him to let go of those push shots of his, and even yung mga slam dunk finishes niya down on the paint.
Harold Alarcon attacks, using it off the glass and in. He's been struggling shooting the ball so far this season. Harold Alarcon.
And I thought that was a really good move by Harold, slowing down that first step. And to your point, itong si Harold Alarcon, while he's struggling, shooting only 34% from the field and getting only 6 points per game, and that is pretty low, in my opinion, for Harold Alarcon. And hopefully, as the game goes and the season goes, he'll get more numbers in.
Harold, nabatean ni Kobe Mone. This is a nice matchup at that wing spot. Alarcon with back-to-back baskets, being aggressive early. Roma Normal making the trip here to Bataan. By the way, congratulations sa mga na-draft.
Oh, yes.
The recent PBL draft. That's for volleyball.
Alam mo naman, ang volleyball rin, isa na rin sa namamayagpag yun dito sa ating bansa. Harold with a 3. Look good.
3 straight baskets for Harold Alarcon. And Quezon City off to another slow start. 3-point shot hatid sa atin yan ng Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And believe it or not, that's just the 3rd 3-point make of Harold Alarcon the entire season. He shot 2 of 17 so far in all of the games. You gotta be better in that department if you're Harold Alarcon.
White Sox steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even out the game. 89 in the
Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Royce Alforque in street clothes for today's game.
Not playing for the Knights.
9-0 start for San Juan. Pull-up jumper, Kobe Monje, the former Letran Knight, finally gets them on the board.
Diyan talaga siya gamit na gamit sa mga perimeter jumpers na yan. Lalo if he does very minimal dribbles. I think he elevates better with not so many dribbles. Tough shot.
Harold, talagang hinahanap niya yung tira niya early in this ball game.
And very actively doing that, no? Intentional on his end. And why not? You really have to establish yourself as one of the lead scorers. Jerry Abadiano has already done that. He's in double digits points per game so far, si Jerry. But Harold Alarcon, much as he's pretty much one of the guys that they look to in terms of scoring, the shooting percentage has not really favored him so much very early this season.
Two-time UAP champion. Once had a 51-point triple-double when he played for Bacolod Taytong High School in the NBTC Negros Occidental Regionals back in 2018. Then, dahil dun, kaya na-discover siya ng NU Nazareth School, transferred there later that year. Aaron Baguno called for an offensive foul, wiping out si Jerry Abadiano.
Clearly, that was a foul on Aaron Baguno. You can't do that. Kobe does that on some of the pinch post actions and the triple post, pero you have to give that defense time to see you and to avoid you so that hindi ka matatawagan ng foul na ganun.
Aldrich Ramos back to Jerry Abadiano. Costello is now in the ball game.
Oh my goodness.
Jerry Abadiano soaring and scoring for San Juan.
And this 4-out, 5-out na atake sa opensiba nitong San Juan Knight really allows players like Abadiano, Raylan Torres, Harold Alarcon to be created. Off to the races, you're very quick for the Knights.
Alarcon turns around, launches the jumper, no good. San Juan retains possession. Play of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Poetry in motion. Jerry Abadiano hanging in the air, laying it up and in.
Pwede mo lagyan ng subtitle yung pinigkas ni Ryan Costello doon. Malamang ang nakalagay doon. Where's the help? Nobody helped him out. He got beat and pretty much late on that peel-off defense.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for
Challenge
Quezon
by
City.
Coach JV Olea on that last out-of-bounds play, Coach Mike.
And that's going to be a touch on Aldrich talaga. That will swing over to Quezon City Black Bulls.
Ryan Costello.
The concerning part here is that look at the shot chart. Ilan pa lang nagiging attempts ng Quezon City Black Bulls, and there's been a series of empty possessions for Quezon City, and you cannot afford that against the San Juan Knights. Because every time you come up with an empty possession, there is a good chance that they will run on you on the other end.
Derrigue. Or got shot down by Aldrich Ramos.
Another
Mike
empty
Phillips with a steal.
possession. Another empty possession.
4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Jerry Abadiano kicks it out. Alarcon, Ramos, swing pass papunta kay James Quecute. Another foul against Quezon City.
This offense, we talk about the offense of the Knights, but you definitely got to put emphasis dun sa depensa. No? Empty possession, another one for the Quezon City Black Bulls. And when you get sa offensive side, it almost feels like, you know, they have them in spots where they want them. Itong Quezon City Black Bulls.
MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. A lot of turnovers already against Quezon City. 6 turnovers. Yung execution, no, yung hinahanap din ni Coach JV with his relatively young squad. Pero ginawa niya ngayon, pinasok na niya si Ray Publico at si Ryan Costello to help stabilize ang Quezon City.
Well, comparatively, itong dalawang teams na to, kung turnover ang pag-uusapan, mas marami ng 3 turnover yung averages nito Quezon City over the season. But this is just tough one. Now you got a defensive stop. You get a block. You don't get an attempt. You get blocked. You turn the ball over. There's not been a clear attempt yet para dito sa Quezon City Black Bulls. Meantime, Aldrich Ramos, one of their most effective field goal shooters, knocking one down close to the elbow.
16-2 start for San Juan. Only 4 attempts from the field for Quezon City. This one got blocked, that last one, by Motor Mike.
And he had to contend with that defense of Motor Mike, samantalang Aldrich Ramos knocking down weak side.
Publico tries a 3. He banks it in. They will take that one.
Definitely kukunin mo yun. You know, sa bihirang times na nakatira ka, whether that goes glass or not, you're gonna take that make.
Halfway point of the first period. Abadiano way short on that 3-point attempt.
Not enough lane runners for Quezon City Black Bulls on that fast break. Dangerous pass.
Abadiano intercepts it. Goes all the way for 2 with a left-handed finish.
Well, that's 10 points of turnovers so far.
Muntik na naman yun. Costello, the teardrop will work.
Dalawang beses silang naka-field goal na dito in the last 3 possessions. The other one because they had the numbers game. Advantage to their end on that floater by Ryan Costello.
Bounce pass inside. Alarcon, no look. Ramos set up beautifully. Scores in the paint.
Absence of rim protection really hurting defensively to Quezon City Black Bulls. Another 3 once again from Publico.
6 points, giving them a lift off the bench. Ray Publico.
And I like that Publico is actually taking that kasi mapupuwersang lumabas si Mike Phillips, no, to challenge those shots. Not just on hard shows on those 2-man action. He now has to get up on Ray Publico and challenge those shots.
Costello was visibly upset after that whistle. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
That pass was a little bit too deep if you're doing a return to the weak side wing, and clearly anticipated by Abadiano.
Jerry Abadiano is the leading scorer right now for San Juan. And for more, let's go to Daphne.
Going out of your comfort zone can lead you in the unexpected version of yourself. As Jerry Abadiano shared, 2-3 mula noong high school hanggang college. So embracing the playmaker role is still a challenge he is willing to embrace. Kay Jerry, iba nga yung mulat na ibinigay ng tatay at kuya niya on how basketball can shape and provide for them. Ibang klase ang basketball sa pamilya ng Abadiano. Kung dati, naghahanap pangaraw yung tatay niya ng mahihiraman lamang ng budget, no, para sa pagbabasketball nila. Kaya ngayon, wala wala siyang balak na bitawan ang noong isang simpleng pangarap lamang. Kaya din, Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Daphne. And now, Jerry Abadiano, also a proud father, providing for his family. He's arguably been the best player outside of Mike Phillips for San Juan. Quezon City, though, chipping away at the lead, down by just 10, 22-12, approaching the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, and Jerry's been averaging 10.3 points per game and is shooting at a very good clip of 41% overall, making 17 of his total 41 attempts.
24-12. Kick out pass ni Costello. Sumaksak sa loob, publiko. He will head to the line for 2 free throws.
But clearly may go signal itong si Publico to try and attack every time he sees a lane or sees an open spot. If it's within his range, he will definitely take it.
Ray Publico, also a former Netran Knight, suited up for Basilan last season. Is also part of the coaching staff with Coach Jerome Ortega sa had a couple of seasons with Navotas. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL and also played season 3 with Iloilo. And then a return to the league in the 6th season with Zamboanga. So already in his 5th team in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ito si Ray Publico.
Very much serviceable, no? Masipag. Oh no, that's again inside the paint.
Phillips, he will miss. A push from behind on Mike Kalisaan.
That is a tougher shot to make from, the bag of Mike Phillips. Yung mga fader na ganon, medyo that's still something that I'm sure he's working on. But the danger is that he's still getting that ball middle of the paint.
Jump shot, Rosalin can't get that one to fall. Kobe Moned, offensive rebound, forcing his way inside, could not finish. Alargon, pasa kay Patrick Sleet. Phillips offering the screen for Sleet. Harold, one dribble pull-up, short. Costello with a running start. Ryan, pull-up jumper of his own. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Wamar will slow things down for San Juan. Guarded by Rosalin.
Switch.
Pwestuhan sa ilalim. May pito laban sa Quezon City. They are over the limit.
Yeah, sinubukan ni Rosalin na pigilan si Mike Phillips doon after they got that switch upstairs. Or Orlan Wamar, he was ready to go down on the low block, maybe to try and seal off and get advantage down low.
Mike Phillips, two-time UAP champion, one-time Mythical 5 member, and season 88 finals MVP. Just 23 years old, has roots from Cebu City. The former De La Salle Green Archer, hitting the back end of his free throws. Napaltan muna siya dito ni Raul Soyud.
Yeah, Mike Phillips has been big in terms of anchoring sa defensive side nitong San Juan Knights. Leads in rebounding, even on blocks. Ang layo ng offense ng Quezon City Black Bulls. They're really getting pushed outside.
Parang yung comfort level nila,
wala no?
Nandoon eh.
Oo. Hindi makapag-execute. Actually, there's not even that primary pass, no? Out of pagkababa mo ng bola. It's always, you have the ball, you go find a way how to score against these guys.
Patrick Sleet between the legs, cross over. Fortea, he hits it.
Fortea knocks down that 3.
Rosalin gets it to Ryan Costello. After a minute remaining in quarter number 1.
And there was clearly that bump on that side of the floor, but I think they're going to challenge this. And ang hirap rin talaga itong San Juan Knights, and they clearly having something about that defensive intensity. And Costello really for the most part having that opportunity to go downhill has been a guy that they've looked to. Itong Quezon City Black Bulls. So far, Ryan Costello has not really shot that ball very well from the field, but he's at least made it up on the free throw. And Terence Portea now trying to definitely the floor spacing is something that's worked really well. You see how they shift and eventually end up with another action on the other end. And also at that time tried to give up or provide that screen rather. Now on a hurry here, Black Bulls. And MJ Hawson trying to make something out of that situation.
MJ Hawson will troop to the line for 2 shots. MJ, the league leader in terms of steals, missing the first free throw. .2 seconds left. Knocks down the second. 11-point lead for San Juan. Patrick State nagmamadali. Drive, stomps it down low. Kalisaan, blocked from behind by Aldave Canoy. Deriguez swings it. Libre si Rosalin. Tumira sa 3. Off the back iron. And caught pushing off was Amarco Sari. More free throws coming for San Juan. Coach Alex Angeles, second season with this team. Raul Soyod, former UP Fighting Maroon, knocks down the first free throw. Was Jun Usman. Ano na rin yan? Mahilig na rin sa pickleball yan, si Boss Jun. Pasok. Parehong free throws ni Raul Soyod. 30-17. Pass inside. Aldave Canoy will lay it in. Time winding down in the first quarter. Portea peeks at the clock. Stepping back, long three-point shot. And that will end quarter number 1. San Juan with a strong start. They were already ahead 16-2. Quezon City with a lot of turnovers. Harold Alarcon really set the tone for their team. Struggling from the field to begin the season, but had 8 points. Ray Publico came in, gave them a shot in the arm with those couple of threes. Abadiano though continues his fine play for this team. The reason why they are in front, 30-19. Kalisaan and the rest of the San Juan squad. Sila ang nakakalabang dito laban sa Quezon City, 30-19. Guys in white have a lot of catching up to do. MJ Hawson, Amarco Sari, Clark Derigue, Aldave Canoy, and Kens Jokno. Clark Derigue with a much needed free. And then We have an unsportsmanlike foul down low on San Juan. This was Clark Derrigue locked in, burying the three, top of the key. Hindi natin nakita on that replay pero may naganap sa ilalim as Derrigue was taking that shot. That's a big basket because things certainly weren't going the way of Quezon City, particularly at the start of this ball game. But they have managed to catch up. 13 seconds in, just behind by 8. So tinitingnan nila no yung naging so our referees taking a look. Initial call was an unsportsmanlike foul against San Juan. So I think they will uphold the call.
Sportsmanlike foul on number 8, Raul Soyud. That's his first foul.
Raul Soyud yung mapipituhan na unsportsmanlike foul. So that's big because Clark Derrigue made that 3-point shot and then 2 free throws for Amar Kosari, and then they get the ball back. So a potential 7 to 8 point swing for Quezon City, especially if Kosari could hit his free throws. Just want to give a shout out to Ryan Cañete. Sa palagay ko nanonood yan si Ryan. Former San Beda Lady Red Spiker. Siyempre, proud yung partner ko dyan, si Coach Mike Perez. At yun na nga, ideal scenario, nakakuha niya yung 2 free throws. 5 straight points. See the first quarter where San Juan pretty much took advantage of the 7 turnovers of Quezon City, getting in transition. And then a 3. Just like that in a span of, what, 10 seconds? A 10-0 run. Oh, sorry, an 8-0 run for the Black Bulls. Fortea can't answer. Fight for the rebound. Kosari. And fortunately, fell down on the floor. But you like the effort from this unit of Coach JV Olea. This was Kens Jokno rising up for the jumper. Baseline inbound for Fortea, bounce pass. They leave Patrick Sleet wide open. Snaps that 8-0 run by the Black Bulls. 32-27. Hoson got cut off by Fortea, doing a good job of staying in front. But Hoson able to will that one in. Coach Alex Angeles wants to talk things over because Quezon City has scored 10 points in a span of a minute, including this tough bucket inside MJ Hoson. Cuts the lead back down to 3 points, 32-29. We have a timeout. We'll be right back.
White Sox steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even up the game. 89 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White Sox wins the game.
Win the game. Easy lang with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Let's check in with Daphne Cristobal.
Still in the learning curve as a coach, itong si Coach JV Ole ng Quezon City with a lot of doubters surrounding him, but also some people who entrusts him in this role. But one of the important things he learned so far is to always step back for suggestions, criticisms, to know where he can still flourish as a coach. With all the X and O's, gusto niya kahit underdog mentality ang Quezon City, meron pa ring balancing kumpiyansa para makipagsabayan sa ibang koponanan. And so far, ito ang pinapakita nila here in the second quarter. Balik sa inyo.
Tama ka dyan, Daphne, dahil kanina akala natin San Juan was on their way to blowing them out with that flat start of Quezon City. But that's the thing, as a young team, how to respond with things like that, adversity kicking in, a young coach like JV Olea certainly welcoming the challenge. Another unsportsmanlike foul, si Amar ba yun? Binangga niya sino to? Was that Terence Fortea? I think it was. Who fell down on the floor. A minute and 15 seconds in. A lot of things happening. It is an unsportsmanlike foul on Amar Kosari. Hinaasar pa siya ni Orlan eh. Challenge mo. So Fortea will shoot 2 free throws and they get the ball back. Also greeting Coach Don Bautista, who's watching. Fortea, 2 for 2 at the line. 34-29. Again, Ken Pangilinan with Coach Mike Perez at courtside. We have Miss Daphne Cristobal on a rainy Friday night dito po sa Orion, Bataan. Hope you're enjoying the games live on YouTube, Tap Sports, and on Solar Sports. Sliding in was Raul Soyod. And we have a whistle against Quezon City. So far, San Juan is shooting 9 out of 11 from the free throw line. Gawin mo na yung 10. 10 out of 12. 83.3%. Itong free throw na ito naman, hatid sa atin yan ng Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. San Juan, to their credit, hitting their free throws. 11 out of 13. MJ Hoson will direct traffic for the Black Bulls. The pass outside, Derrigue about the same spot. That one rattles out. Rebound controlled by Raul Soyod. Wala na wala kay Fortea. Babalik ang possession sa Quezon City. Coach Alex Angeles at the helm. MJ Hoson. As soon as he saw that his defender went under the screen, he pulls up for that three-point shot. And he cuts the lead down to 4. 36-32. Kalisaan loves that spot, and that's exactly why that elbow jumper, a thing of beauty for Mike. 2 minutes gone by in this second period. Hoson attacks. Regains his balance. That one-legged shot is good. 5 straight points for MJ. Wamar lost it. Ball will stay with San Juan. Ito yung galaw ni MJ Hoson. Going right at Patrick Sleet. Certainly not an easy feat. Sleet known to be a versatile defender. Gets it back. Wamar off the dribble. Lobs it up. Tumama sa ring. Nakuha ni MJ Hoson. Black Bulls on the run. In and out the dribble. MJ Hoson dumps it down low. Canoy in traffic. Bola na agaw ni Patrick Sleet. Siya na magbababa for San Juan. Attacking the defense of Aldave Canoy. And Canoy will give up the foul. Patrick Sleet though, struggling from the free throw line this season. Pasok sa loob si Jake Agoncillo. Sleet just 35.7% from the line. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Hits the first. Played for FEU, then transferred to Perpetual. Reuniting with Coach Olsen Gracela. Hits both free throws. Pasok sa loob. Si Raylan Torres. MJ Hoson, Ray Publico, Kai Espinosa, Kenz Jokno, and Jake Agoncillo magkakasama sa loob. A young unit. Nice pass. Hoson setting up Jake Agoncillo. Quezon City playing much better. Just behind by 4. 3 minutes gone by in quarter number 2. Fortea. 10 on their shot clock. Wamar. 3-point shot. Rolls out. Tip in. Is good from Raul Soyod. Back to a 6-point lead. Hoson. Publico. Doesn't take the shot. Jokno will. Could be a vital piece, especially with the absence of Pat Buena today. May foul na tinawag laban sa Black Bulls. Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Official delivery, MJ Hoson to Jake Agoncillo. Kung nanonood si Pat Buena ngayon, get well soon. AC Soberano comes in. Nag-celebrate to si Pat ng kanyang kaarawan noong May 31, Sunday. Tama ba, Pat? Message mo ako pag mali, ah. Tatawa lang ako kasi siyempre nagpaalam si Pat na magpapaalam kay Coach JV na siyempre may konting handaan pero may practice kinabukasan. So I wonder if he was able to attend that practice or nagkasakit na siya. Yun yung speculation ko, kaya baka yun nga meron siyang aramdaman. Pero in all seriousness though, Pat Buena certainly one of the cornerstones for this young Quezon City Black Bull squad. Under 6 minutes left. Wamar sizing up the defense of Ray Publico. Drives. Soberano napabayaan sa labas. And MJ Hoson not able to close out on the sharpshooter. And he makes them pay with that made basket. Magandang setup ni Wamar. See, look at MJ Hoson. Ayun, tumigil siya doon. Not really challenging that shot. And after some jittery moments, San Juan seizes control. They're up by 9, 45-36.
Sumasaya kapag may laway nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat laway pinaghahandaan. Kaya ang bayan hanggang magbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang punan. Basketball, una tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin. Sa droga ay wag.
Back with us here at the Kamalig in Orion, Bataan. Mike Phillips and San Juan with a 9-point lead. Let's see how Quezon City executes off that timeout. Costello is back in for the Black Bulls, matched up against Ordan Wamar. Publico to Joshua Roque. Careless pass, something they need to clean up. Ganda na ng pinakita nila in the first 4 minutes. Majority of their turnovers they committed start of the first, and that's why Coach JV is visibly upset. Kasi yung mga ganong klaseng turnover, masakit yan, especially for a young team. 9 turnovers already, like you mentioned. Omar, cross-court pass, same spot, same result from AC Soberano. you really have to force him to put the ball on the floor. A guy like AC Soberano shooting the lights out from beyond the arc, 50% from that distance. Espinosa, hindi nakabawi. Rebound, napulot ni Orlan Wamar. Halfway point of the second quarter. Torres. Soberano sa kabila. Doesn't force it. Wamar will launch and hit. 3 straight threes from San Juan. And just like that, they have opened up a 15-point lead. Biggest so far in this ball game. Publico off the dribble. Draws a foul. It's gonna go against Mike Phillips. Quezon City letting go of the rope a little bit. 11-0 run right now for San Juan. Rosari returning for Quezon City. Ray Publico. Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And Coach Mike talked about how Coach JV Olea certainly wasn't pleased with the execution late in the game against Pasay. They were in the lead. Lamang na sila ng isa. And he was talking about the mental toughness that the boys have to have in situations like that. Because during that time, they had fouls to give. But then they weren't able to execute. Gave up a 3-point play. And then nung nag-timeout si Coach JV, hindi na sila naka-attempt ng maayos. Ngayon pinapahirapan sila ng San Juan. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Costello pumukol sa 3. Still can't find the range. Nakuha ni Rosalin dahil nadapa si Raylan Torres. Costello, pasa kay Publico. Off the dribble over Mike Phillips. Another foul on Motor Mike. Publico doing a good job of putting pressure and making Mike Phillips work. Publico getting some minutes. Makes his first free throw. Ray Publico off the bench, 11 points already. Has made all 5 of his free throws. Make that 6 out of 6 from the line. 51-40. Rosalin, ginugulo si Orlan Wamar. Orlan, the crossover. Foul down low. It's a double foul. Kosari and Phillips. Tama ba? Oo. Mabigat yan para sa San Juan kasi pangatlo na yan ni Mike Phillips. Let's see this one more time. They're fighting for position. Akala ni Mike, si Amar, ayun, putting that. Sabi niya, I got you, pero hindi. Siya rin, napituan. He stays on the floor though with 3 fouls. He catches it, gives it up to Raylan Torres. Torres, Publico, trying to bother him. Tip in is good from Mike Phillips. Phillips, 7 points. 53-40. Costello spins, forcing it up. Can't get that one to go. Abadiano siya magbababa for San Juan. Soberano. Pass to Hugnatan. Jerry attacks. Flips it up and in. The deceleration from Jerry Abadiano. Ooh. Rosalin and Abadiano getting into it. this is where composure comes in for this young Quezon City Black Bull squad. Yeah, that one was pretty clear. Abadiano also sold it a bit. Now they have Kent Jokno, MJ Hoson, Ray Publico, Clark Derigue, and Kobe Monhe. Abadiano. Pass to Raylan Torres. Lets it fly off the back iron. Rebound MJ Hoson. Hoson attacks the basket. Able to draw a foul. Both teams in the bonus. MJ Hoson shooting 85.7% at the line this season. 1 out of 2 on his strip earlier. Such tantalizing upside para dito kay MJ Hoson. Could do pretty much everything on the floor. Direct traffic, set up his teammates. A great rebounding guard and also playing the passing lanes. Free throws have been kind for both teams. As soon as I say that, MJ Hoson misses the free throw. 2 out of 4 so far. Soberano, balik kay Jerry Abadiano. Pinabantayan maigi ni MJ Hoson. Marquez ready to offer that screen. Abadiano behind the back dribble, clean strip by MJ. Derigue lost control of the basketball, much to the chagrin of Coach JV Olea. Publico getting the stop, blocking that shot. Publico gets subbed out. In comes Kai Espinosa. Great timing on the block. Actually, both of them got a piece of that basketball. You have a timeout with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Lamang pa rin ang San Juan, 55-41 over Quezon City.
Kapag may laway nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat laway pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayanigang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging isipin, sa droga ay huwag
Jerry Abadiano in their last game against Basilan, pouring in 11 of his 20 points in the third quarter. Efficient shooting from the field, 7 out of 10. 3 of 4 from 3. Today, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Soberano left free. Lets it fly and cashes in his third triple of the ball game. Something that Coach JV will definitely talk about during their halftime huddle because Soberano has been getting wide open looks. Lahat ng kanyang conversions, magaganda yung kanyang nagiging tira. Abadiano against MJ Hoson. Jerry. The show by Derigue. They leave. Dexter Marquez open. Off to the left. Hoson able to save it to Kent Jokno. Jokno fires from 3. Can't get that one to fall. Abadiano. Derigue again blitzing that ball screen. Skip pass, Torres, Soberano to Abadiano. No good. Offensive rebound again for San Juan. Soberano is on fire. That's 4 triples for the former San Beda Red Lion. My partner is probably grinning at the moment. because another San Beda guy is playing really well. 12 points for AC. They have opened up a 20-point lead. Talking about San Juan, 61 points in the first half. All 12 of the points of AC Soberano coming here in the second quarter. It was 40-36 before San Juan unleashed a 21-5 run. Kai Espinosa will earn 2 free throws. Former Diliman College player under Coach Renzi Bahar. Missing the first. Pasok yung pangalawa. Abadiano. Siya magbababa para sa San Juan. At the post, Hugnatan, the 47-year-old. Wraparound pass. Bit too tight. Last touch ang Quezon City. San Juan still has 13 seconds on their shot clock. Baseline inbound. Marquez sticks in the jumper. Lead has ballooned to 21 points. Not a good pass by Jokno. They could have opted for the last shot. Instead, San Juan pa ang pwedeng tumapos dito sa second quarter. Quezon City in penalty. Hoson trying to bother Jerry Abadiano. Soberano again. Shot fake. Takes it. Almost made it. And the first half comes to a close. No, there was a foul. No. Wait a minute. I did not hear the whistle. Apparently, Soberano got fouled while taking the free. Bit of a late whistle. That is costly for Quezon City. JV not happy with a lot of things really because things haven't gone their way. Alarcon was the one who ignited the start for San Juan. 8 points all in the first quarter. Quezon City has to stay on the floor because referees are still reviewing if that foul came before or after the buzzer. Because if it came before, free throws will be rewarded to San Juan. Then just to recap everybody, it was 40-36. Apat na lang yung lamang ng San Juan after they had that hot start. They were ahead 16-2. Pero hinabol yan ng Quezon City. But then, that huge run to end this period, a 23-6 run by San Juan. And they have blown this game wide open. Quezon City right now 6-4. They're trying to be at the upper half of the team standings. Itong Quezon City. There was a push. So not on the attempt from free yung naging foul. It was after. Si Marquez yung tinulak ni MJ Hoson. Doon sa pwestuhan sa rebound, yun naging tawag doon. Dexter Marquez at the line. 5/10 of a second remaining. Missing the first. Just the third miss from the line from San Juan. Pareho Mintes. So at the very least, Quezon City dodging a bullet. They have an uphill climb entering the second half. See here how AC Soberano pretty much punished the defense of Quezon City, hitting three-pointer after three-pointer in this second quarter. This one off an offensive rebound, a total of 12 points, all coming in this period, and that's why they have this huge lead at the half, 63-42 over the Black Bulls.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang tiga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba, dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na, yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama. sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayay di matatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlikang Pilipinas Basketball. Bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakasa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na.
Halftime score po natin ay 63-42 abante ang San Juan kontra sa Quezon City Black Bulls. Coach Mike, kamusta ka naman?
Mabuti. Naaliw ako na pinapakinggan ka, Ken. Well, you know, ganda na shooting ng San Juan, no? Lalo na dun sa second quarter where you saw, what, I think 12 points all from AC Soberano and a 50% shooting overall through the first half. And there's so much free throw that was taken, a total of, what, 34 in all. Pero percentage-wise, pretty decent as well, 81% and 77 for Quezon City. And ito sa San Juan. Sa turnovers talaga doon nagkakatalo. Dito pumondo ng malaki ang San Juan. 12 turnovers kung saan nakakuha sila ng 18 puntos na yon. And kalamihan ng mga puntos na nakuha nila sa turnovers nangyari sa loob ng paint.
Republico got 12 points off the bench. MJ Hoson with 9. But some of the guys have really struggled. Costello After going 0 out of 6 last Saturday, nahirapan pa rin siyang makaalagwa dito. AC Soberano, he was the one who sparked that run for San Juan with those couple of threes. 12 points in total. Abadiano and Alarcon, couple of UP boys with 8 points respectively. 8 points each rather. What do you think Quezon City needs to do here if they want to catch up with Mike?
Well, they got to check on shooters outside. I'm looking at the shot chart in the second quarter para dito sa San Juan Knights. A lot of attempts have really come from the three-point area. Parang halos 4 na attempts lang inside the paint ang nangyari doon. So is it a matter of the interior defense of Quezon City? I like to think so, yes. But again, if you pack the paint, you got to close out on shooters.
Third quarter underway. Kobe Monje finds himself open underneath. He scores. Good sign. As Quezon City starts off with a basket. Jerry Abadiano, Harold Alarcon, Aldrich Ramos, James Quecote, and Dexter Marquez.
Ito medyo may diin na yung depensa on that drive. Little good fake right there and a good feed inside over to Kobe Monje. Left-hand finish to start off the third. Now you got to execute again. You have to remember at the start of the first quarter, nahirapang mag-execute. Another turnover forced by San Juan Knights very early. Hindi maganda yung angulo ng pagkakapasa na yun ni MJ Hoson. And almost parang halos pakiramdam mo parang nagmamadali na eh. Halos emergency na yung dating ng pasa niya. And you can't do that against San Juan Knights because they are definitely monitor yung passing lanes. You gotta be in there very accurate when you give those passes.
James Quecote. Alarcon to Aldrich Ramos. Face-up jumper. Bounces out. MJ Hoson with another rebound. Dick Agoncillo. Ball tapped out of bounds by James Quecote.
So if you look at very early dito sa mga atake nitong Quezon City ngayon, it seems to me na they're getting another pass available every time. Kung meron, papasahan nila yung libreng teammate na yun. Good move by MJ Hoson. Good feed and good knockdown shot.
Turnaround jumper. He is up to 11 points. MJ Hoson. 2 baskets for Quezon City.
I was gonna say, Ken, not so much known as a perimeter shooter. Really more of atake doon sa paint. So you see that jumper go in for MJ Hoson, you're definitely getting a huge bonus.
Agsak si Jerry Abadiano. And Costello not happy with the call. It was Elaine Subere who called that foul against Costello. 63-46.
See this move right here. Spin. Oh, yeah. Shoulder right through the chest.
Marquez inside. Nobody contesting that shot. That's just too easy for Dexter Marquez.
Oh, master na niya yung curl under in that situation. So triangle action here. Good switch.
Hoson, pasa kay Ryan Costello. Bagsak si Amarco Sari. At may pito laban sa San Juan.
Amarco Sari, yung sinusubukan niyang silan kanina si Aldrich Ramos.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Everyone too busy with that drive. Nakakalimutan nila sa ilalim yung curl under na yun ni Dexter Marquez.
Costello needs to get himself going here.
Yeah.
Posari launches the three. No good. Alarcon comes away with a rebound. Hoson trying to stick with him.
Wow, look at the defense of MJ Hoson, ha?
Kailangan nila yan.
Oo.
Ay nag-aabol sila dito.
Right.
Marquez pumihit. One-hander, air ball. Quecote stepping back. Lets it fly. Shot pops out. And Marquez caught with his hands in a cookie jar. He will be whistled with a foul.
Good rebounding positioning there by Agoncillo, no? Ginawa ng paraan hindi agad lumundag. Hinahanap yung guy na nasa likod niya, which happens to be Jexter Marquez. And was able to position himself well. And Costello right down in the middle.
Can't finish though. Thought he got fouled. Monhe looking to intercept the pass. At nahuling nakaapak sa baseline si James Kwekutey.
A better effort by Quezon City, in my opinion, to start this third quarter. They have been on ball every time trying to chase it.
Very interesting what they talked about in the huddle. Let's go over to Daphne.
A different coach JV entered the dugout of Quezon City. Bungad niya his frustrations with how they failed to maintain in responding to the situation, especially with how they entered itong ating second quarter kanina. From the points of turnovers, 18 of 5 with calls not on their side. Coach JV stressed out, hindi pwedeng easy chances ang binibigay natin sa San Juan, knowing na high caliber ang kalaban natin. Balik sa inyo.
So tignan natin kung ma-respond itong Quezon City Black Bulls. Fired up Coach JV Olea.
At saka tingin ko he's getting fired up kasi if you recall yung last quarter execution nila in that game against Pasay, I'm sure that's still lingering in them and they don't want that na mangyari ulit. So napakahalaga na habang may oras pa tayo, gawin na natin yung kailangan natin gawin, which is dumipensa, bumaba, at subukan makascore habang hindi pa nakaset up ang depensa ng San Juan Knights.
So palaksak si Alarcon. Ginulong paloob. Kissing it off the glass and in.
Yun lang ang problema. Ang ganda na ng depensa mo, sinabayan mo na. Pero it's just the skill of players like Harold Alarcon that makes things look so easy.
67-48. Boson turns around rather. Monhe, one-legged floater is up, no good. Kwekutey nagmamadali. Spins away from Kobe Monhe.
Oh, man.
Able to lay it up and in.
He just very quickly got into the middle.
Agoncillo comes back the other way with a layup.
Now, you like that pace of MJ Hoson, no? Di ba nakaset up, tinakbo na niya habang nakabasket sa kabila. Di na inintay iba pang kakampi niya. Kung meron pagkakataon, you go attack the open lane. One time we got a push, that's gonna be on Kwekutey.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Sinubukan ni stop ball pero pinihitan lahat ng depensang nasa harap and no rim protection. Easy bucket down the lane for James.
Agoncillo, sidestep, one-hander, no good.
Sa mga nakikita mo yung quality ng shot attempts, no? Hindi ganun ka balance. You saw that drive earlier by I think that was Kobe Monhe, and then this shot naman ni Agoncillo, because every time that you take a shot attempt, there's always that guy right in front of you from the Knights.
Jake makes good on the first. Coach Mike Sagigit
Yep.
and Hans Lieva, part of the new faces of the One Bataan Risers.
Now that is going to be interesting, no?
Jake Agoncillo against Pasay, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 54.5% from the field. Hitting both free throws. They still trailed by 17 points.
Arguably, that game was one of the better ones for Agoncillo. Fortunately, they fell short. Oh, that's a travel.
Kwekutey committing a bunch of turnovers in the third.
It's another turnover for the San Juan Knights.
MJ Hoson. Again, Quezon City playing without Pat Buena. Hopping into the lane, Canoy can't finish. Monhe the rebound, Hoson, jumper from 3, off to the right, fight for the rebound, ending up with James Kwekutey.
Good defense by the Black Bulls, getting ahead of everyone else in black.
Last touch, si Aldrich Ramos.
Sayang hindi nakita ni Harold Alarcon yung pakita sa elbow ni Marquez. That would have been the entry pass going to Aldrich as he got fronted. And so that was the easier pass if you wanna feed Aldrich Ramos.
MJ Hoson sizing up the defense of Harold Alarcon. Canoy drives, getting past James Quecote, and this time he finishes.
Dalawang beses na early this quarter nakita natin drive si Aldave Canoy. Kanina yung 2-foot jump stop, ang ganda nun, hindi lang pumasok. And another, very deliberate drive by Aldave Canoy, making the most of that situation.
Lead cut down to 15, 4.5 remaining in the third. Quecote, nakawala kay Agoncillo, pasa kay Maiquez, the shot fake, got Monje up in the air, and he will score underneath.
The quick decision making para kay Jexter Maiquez that time. Quickly on a stampede, atake ka agad pababa. Backdoor.
Agoncillo walang mapuntahan. Publico off the dribble. Monje, the hesitation, sidestep. Lefty finish from Kobe Monje.
Marang ito na ang pinakamagandang finish inside the paint, no? Para sa Quezon City Black Bulls all game long. They have attacked constantly the interior defense of San Juan Knights. Pero ganun rin ang ginagawa ng Knights ngayon dito sa third quarter.
Choice but to give up a foul. May Publico. Mike Phillips coming in. And Nico Panganiban. Great patience by Kobe Monje. And that sidestep. Abadiano. 80% from the line. He misses the first. Sorry, 91.7% from the line. John Wilson awaiting their game later on. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Split from Abadiano as he troops back to the bench. In comes Orlan Wamar. Orlan Wamar is playing a different kind of role this season. Actually, hindi pala iba eh. Kasi dati, kung matatandaan mo, Coach Mike, he was a backup to Mike Ayon during their championship run. Minsan, third string point guard pa nga yan.
Early years ng Knights.
Oo, kasi nandun pa sila CJ Isid.
Yes.
And then, guys like John Wilson, Mac Cardona playing the wing. So he really had to earn his spot, eventually becoming a starter for San Juan. The past 4 seasons, LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Well, it's quite interesting to know how he's taking it now that he's back in a reserve role mostly. Kasi si Coach Alex talagang pinaprioritize guys like Abadiano running the point, starting the game for them. Alarcon is also there. Soberano, open look once more, but that time he misses. Quezon City dodging a bullet. But they failed to get the defensive board. Merong foul laban sa Black Bulls.
And yes, they did dodge a bullet. You have AC Soberano who's been hot outside. AC ang pangalan pero mainit eh, no? So far, he's 4 out of 5 from 3, shooting 80%.
Phillips fouled.
Sayang, they already had Mike Phillips outside on a multiple dribble pababa. That would have been an easier coverage kesa yung sa loob niya makuha yung bola, no? Sa loob ng paint.
Last foul to give by the Black Bulls. Next foul will put San Juan at the line.
Nice.
Panganiban able to cut and score.
I think in a difference eh. Pag kumakat itong San Juan Knights, their cuts are very sharp. No, walang hesitation. They really want to go to that spot. Aldave Canoy right here. Tough.
Can finish. Phillips the rebound. Wamar. Drives baseline. Lobs it up. Panganiban in stride. Nothing but net on a trifecta.
How about Mike Phillips? On that 3 make, he really was just circling, naghahanap na ng spot ng rebound. Eh, no? He doesn't mind not getting the ball, but he wants that rebound.
Pagulo sa loob, fading away. Mintis, Hugnatan, nakuha yung rebound. Wamar sends it. Panganiban, sidestep. Almost got it in. Baguno controls it for Quezon City. Canoy, pasa kay Kent Jokno. That's a goaltend, yeah.
Yeah, that's a goaltend, clearly. Ang yun yung mga situation kanina, kita mo si Aldave Canoy, pagkakuha niya ng bola. I'd like for him to be forceful going downhill. He had to give it up on this pass by Jokno. Nandun na si Mike Phillips.
Tinamaan niya yung ring eh. Sinabay niya yung tira doon.
Yep.
77-59. Panganiban receives it.
Oh.
Splitting the defense. Sidestep. Pass sa labas. Soberano. Wamar. Travel. Can't believe the call.
Yeah,
Manuel Binondo. Itong 3-point shot na ito. Din sa atin yan extreme ang subok. At kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
talagang iniwan na ni Mike Phillips yun. Ang ganda ng pagkaka-release. That was an excellent pass by Orlan Wamar.
Jokno with a runner off the glass. Quezon City though still can't break through that barrier. Hindi naman nila pinalalayo yung San Juan pero hindi rin sila makalapit.
At saka maganda yung shot making nila kahit pa paano. Mahirap yung mga tira actually ng Quezon City inside the paint. Hindi ganong kadalian. Pero they are still finding a way to make it. And this offense has really stretched the defense of the Quezon City Black Bulls. If they're not moving side to side, they're moving north to south. And eventually you see a closeout and it's already late.
Oftentimes caught out of position.
Right.
Yung depensa ng Quezon City.
Yeah.
Rebound Panganiban. Pagmamadali. Not a good foul by Jokno. They are in penalty.
Well, I might say, kung nakita mo yung movement ng bola para sa San Juan Knights, kaya nagsishift yung depensa. Look at that, one more pass. That's the second closeout that got generated in that situation. And, you know, some coaches believe that you generate that second closeout, you most probably have had a defense on a late situation.
Panganiban, he will miss. Kanina pa open yung left corner na yan para sa San Juan.
Correct.
.65 seconds left in the third quarter. Hitting the back end of his free throws. Joshua Roque comes back in for Aldave Canoy.
Down 19, a minute to go in the third. You gotta make bunches of points quick here.
Layup by Derrigue, supply. Panganiban is ahead.
Yeah.
Pass to Soberano. AC between the legs. Hugnatan left free. He could hit that off the back iron.
That's a foul on Josh.
Mike Phillips is quite a handful down low.
Grabe talaga. Kanina nga sabi ko sa'yo, pagkatapos tumira ni si Tabadiano kanina or Nico Panganiban, after niyang tumira, he didn't mind not getting the ball. You know, naka-circle na kagad, hanap ng pwesto kung saan siya makaka-rebound. And earlier when he was cutting middle, he got hit on the face, but still didn't budge. He really is a tough guy to cover underneath. Got a lot of patience. He's very strong, and he's very disciplined.
Mike Phillips hitting both. Hasn't really shot the ball well from the free throw line this season, just 51.4%. Biggest lead, 22 points for San Juan. Derrigue off the dribble, pasa kay Kent Jokno, pull up over Omar, can't get it to fall. Phillips providing the screen.
Watch out for Mike.
Better defense that time around by Quezon City, but they throw it away. Giving San Juan the last shot of the quarter.
Sabi ni Coach Alex, nakataas yung, teka muna, mahaba pa yung oras.
Panganiban, ginugulo ni Kauncillo. Another foul.
Oh, man.
Free throws again for the San Juan Knights.
There have been a total of 44 free throws so far na pinamigay natin dito sa larong ito. But only because may intensity na rin kasi ang depensa ng Quezon City Black Bulls. As much as they turn the ball over, pero bumababa na sila nitong third quarter. And rarely do you see the Quezon City Black Bulls getting outnumbered in transition. As soon as you turn the ball over, you gotta go down. Kaya nakikita mo may mga 4 na mga puting shirts na nandun sa harap nila. Instead of, lurking behind and, allowing San Juan Knights the numbers game in transition.
#85-61. Oson. Pass inside. Jokno. Off the glass. Third quarter comes to a close. Quezon City has yet to solve the San Juan puzzle. Continuing to have trouble dealing with this firepower of San Juan. Coach Mike, nahirapan sila sa posisyonan sa depensa in defending these multiple actions by Coach Alex Angeles boys.
Yeah, totoo yan. Kahit na nakakababa na sila sa depensa, nakakahanap pa rin ng paraan na maka-score itong San Juan Knights. Too much ball and man movement, very quick decision making by the Knights, and they're up 85-63.
Steps back into the game. What kind of business can he make? And what a steal. That way is going to even up the game. 89 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game.
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Rainy Friday night dito po sa bayan ng Orion sa lalawigan ng Bataan kasama si Commissioner Emerson Oreta and Rudy Distrito. Later on, the One Bataan Risers look to break out of their funk going up against Basilan. Ken Panglinan, Coach Mike Perez, and Daphne Cristobal. Coach Mike, di naman lalayo yung scoring ng third pero hindi rin nakalapit itong Quezon City. Kaya naman malaki pa rin ang labang ng San Juan.
Actually, tingin ko best quarter nila yung third quarter na yun. Sabayan sila pagdating sa puntos, bumababa sa depensa kahit na mabilis yung pagkaka-turnover nila. Kaya lang, ang nagiging challenge is that hindi sila nagkakaroon ng sunod-sunod na streak in terms of scoring. They have not had a huge run in that third quarter, which I felt with the way that they've been playing defense, they could have taken advantage of. Pero patuloy pa rin na bumababa, umaatake inside the paint, finding shooters outside itong San Juan Knights. And that is how difficult it is to go up against these Knights, because if it's not the paint, if it's not your turnovers that they get points from, it's the threes, only because you're packing the paint and you're leaving the shooters outside.
86-63.
And definitely one thing that the Quezon City Black Bulls gotta do is that you gotta hit your shots from the outside, be quicker to a decision. That's a good shot right there.
Malog lang palabas. Galing kay Clark Derrigue.
Oh my goodness.
Wamar. Akala ni Mike Phillips, alley-oop pass papunta sa kanya. He was ready to throw that one down.
Oh, he was waiting. Good skip.
Well anticipated by Hugnatan, that pass by MJ Hoson.
Stop even for just 1 second, and that defense is gonna be able to recover for the San Juan Knights. You gotta be very quick in making decisions.
Phillips, forceful drive, kick out pass, Hugnatan, short. Hoson with another board.
Yeah, you gotta run it back. Oh my.
Mga careless turnovers galing sa Quezon City.
Mga unforced, na wala naman nakatingin na depensa sa'yo pero nabibitawan mo. Might be a factor of pagmamadali na rin, as they have right now a 23-point lead right in front of them. Maybe then the impending game.
MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community.
Impending loss if they're not able to solve this. No? There's 3 right there. Again, stretching the floor, no?
Sa wakas, naka-isa na rin si Papa Ray.
Pangalawang attempt na ba niya? Pangatlo?
Pangatlo,
Oo.
sa labas.
Oh, Clark right now.
Ayun din, si Clark Derrigue. Dami niyang tira na umaalog palabas eh. Couple of those misses.
Alam mo, maganda yung nagiging atake ng mga bigs na ang nakadepensa sa kanila is Mike Phillips. I like the quick decision making of Clark Derrigue. Kita mo, you have Mike Phillips down there. You gotta take that shot, not waste any second.
By arcing free by Wamar, does not work.
You gotta be faster on running the lanes now. There you go.
Derrigue off the dribble. Ran into his own teammate pero mukhang tinulak si Amar Kosari papunta kay Clark.
Oh, tinulak ni Rainer Hugnatan. Naka-gore touchscreen na kasi, no? Naka-screen na siya para dun sa layup ni Clark Derrigue. If I was Clark, I would have taken that shot. Nakadalawa na ako eh. And maybe he was trying to variate kung paano niya padidepensahin si Mike Phillips.
Just a baseline inbound. MJ Hoson. Derrigue off the dribble. Pupunta sa kabila. Reverse layup will go in for Clark.
Former Rice Vanguard gonna work here for the Quezon City Black Bulls. You don't have time on their side. You gotta be quicker. And it does not help na itong San Juan Knights wasting more time on their offensive end.
Mike Phillips. Back to Orlan Wamar. Hugnatan at a corner. Back-to-back freeze for Papa Ray.
Benefit si Papa Ray sa presence ni Mike Phillips sa loob because alam niya, wala na akong hasikasuhin sa loob. We just have to make my shots.
Clark Derrigue. Off the back iron on the jumper.
After making a couple of threes, Clark Derrigue on the next 3 touches has put the ball on the floor. I thought he had a smaller Orlan Wamar there. He should have taken that shot.
Sa poste. Papa Ray. One-hander. Phillips tried to throw it down. Pagsak si Panganiban. Costello. Runner from Ryan. That rolls through. Ryan Costello. Just his 6th point. Another game of where he has struggled from the field.
Look at how they stay attached to Mike Phillips. They are not leaving Mike anywhere on the floor.
Phillips making his move. Foul given up by Kobe Monhe.
Pero bibilib ka rin talaga dito kay Mike Phillips. Eh. Kumbaga sa mahinahinang nila lang, gulpi na yung katawan niya sa loob. Eh, no? Sa dami ng bungguan, posisyunan. Pero he just keeps on smiling. He's having a lot of fun. And to me, kung ikaw ang kalaban, mas lalong how do you go up against this guy? Corner exit.
Soberano doesn't force up the shot. Now he will take it. Rebound Kobe Monhe off that miss. 4 minutes gone by in the 4th. Costello lobs it up. Monhe pulls it back out. Jokno. Pull up J, a thing of beauty from the baseline. Against Jokno. 12 points. Sleet sends it to Mike Kalisaan. Forte, a no-look pass read well by Kenz Jokno. Monhe. Layup no. Kaloy. With a putback. Lead down to 18.
Somehow nararamdaman mo, ginagawa ng paraan nito ang Quezon City na makababa kaagad very quickly. Pero nandun na yung pagod factor eh. You've been running around the floor for the past 3 quarters, locating shooters, having to go down. Lalo na kung nakapag-turnover ka ng bola. And somehow when they get the ball on their end and you see a 3 like that from Terrence Fortea, somehow it deflates you, no? You've done everything that you can, but these guys just keep making those buckets. This time by Terence Fortea right there on that three, nobody on him, and no close out at all at that instance for that made three by Terence.
Just too easy for Fortea. The lead spreads up to 21 points, 95-74. We have a timeout by Quezon City.
White Sox steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White Sox wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Still here at the Kamalig in Orion, Bataan. Later on, the home team, the One Bataan Risers, will take on Basilan. Ken Pangilinan, Coach Mike Perez, and Daphne Cristobal ang inyong kasama ngayong Biyernes. Already past the halfway point of the fourth. Quezon City has yet to threaten after San Juan has opened up this big lead. Derrigue has hit a couple of shots in this quarter. But that time, ball was wiped out by Soyud.
Yan yung sinasabi kong irony, Ken, eh. If you remember, nakadalawang three-pointers na siya kanina. Panlimang beses na niya tong ball on the floor situation for Clark Derrigue. You gotta test that defense of kakapasok lang ni Raul Soyud. You wanna keep going at it. Especially, you need to score very quick. You're down huge. You're down by 21. And the Knights just keep attacking at you. You gotta take it back. So far, your most efficient three-point shooter has been Clark Derrigue. A tough shot.
Rebound nakuha ni Raylan Torres.
Michael
Kalisaan. Ginamit may kaliwa. Wakali.
Na-steal pa ni Mike. And that's a 4-point swing right there. Very quick.
99-74. Canoy can't hit.
I think the Quezon City Black Bulls now will have a lot of soul searching to do after that loss against Pasay, and this one right now impending against the San Juan Knights.
For the most part, they've done a good job of containing the guards of Quezon City. Ryan Costello pretty much uncomfortable. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
Ito yung quick release kay Mike Kalisaan with that left-hand finish. And yun na nga, Ken, pag tiningnan mo ang lahat ng naging laro ng Quezon City, they had that big win against Ilagan where they won by 13 points. That came after that loss against Valenzuela, which I felt, the one that got away from them. They were riding on, I think, a 4-game win streak. Yeah, that was a 4-game win streak before that game against Valenzuela. They were looking to make it 5 in a row. And can you imagine, kung nanalo sila doon, they would have headed into that Pasay game with 7 in a row. And then you go up against Pasay, followed by San Juan Knights. They were very close to winning that game against Pasay. They lost only by 2 points. Only because of, the really good three-point shooting. And, yung hirap na mag-execute end game para sa kanila. Now they've gotten against the San Juan Knights. This is a different beast altogether. This is a team that you have to play very efficient all throughout. They started out very flat, and all their turnovers, really, the San Juan Knights made the most of.
Aldiv Canoy will lay it in, pero malaki na ang naging lamang ng San Juan dito, 101-80.
And this is the second most points so far. This is the most points that they've given up, actually.
Patrick Sleet will in-brand ng Pilipinas. Kalisaan, lista ho na yan.
Yung bilis ng paglaro nitong San Juan Knights, that's the one that really did in the Quezon City Black Bulls. There is really just no rest for the San Juan Knights. They run on you on a fast break. If they cross the half court, they're very quick to executions, and then the defensive end, they try to speed you up to commit mistakes.
This was the pass, Kalisaan to Sleet, binitbit. Diyan na naman layup para sa San Juan. And they are in total command, up now by 25.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat laway di naghahandaan, kaya yung bayan nagmamahal. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball muna tayo, iwasan na ang bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalitin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na.
All right, we're back at the Kamalig in Orion, Bataan. We continue our coverage of the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Aldev Canoy sidestep, lost it. Again, no Pat Buena today for Quezon City.
Yeah, hindi rin nakatulong yon, no? You wouldn't know kung anong version ng Pat Buena makukuha mo in the game. Wow, Patrick Sleet all the way down.
Such a gifted athlete to si Patrick Sleet, Coach Mike.
Oo. Saka, I remember when he played for Pasay.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Yeah?
Yeah,
What do you remember about his stint with Pasay?
Sobrang dominant niya noon eh, no? Naging ano siya doon eh, parang special guest license siya, di ba? And so eventually when he played for I think that was Perpetual. And the challenge there was, where do you get all the scoring now without Patrick Sleet? And then in came the other guys, no? Sila Christian Fajarito proved to be, you know, a very good addition to that Pasay Voyagers team.
He had one game where he scored 35 points. Kalaban nila sila Greg Slaughter sa Manila. Season 6 yun.
Yeah.
Yung pinag-usapan mong taon na naglaro si Patrick Sleet with Pasay.
Correct.
In 14 games that he played there, he scored in double figures in all but one. So 13 out of 14. Double figure scorer siya. Pero dito sa kupunan nila sa San Juan, iba yung role niya, Coach.
Oo. Totoo naman yun. Iba talaga yung role. Kaya nga, I guess early in the season, I think Boss Adelph and Coach Christian was really talking about si Patrick Sleet, really trying to find ano ba yung role niya dito sa San Juan Knights. But now, as the games went on, you know, naging malinaw na. He's in there to help out on the defensive end, especially as they try to stretch the floor defensively.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul, resulting to a double.
Challenge ni Coach JV, successful naman siya doon.
And drive right there. And only because I'd like to think it's MJ Horson, one of the top steals guy so far this season.
Again, just to recap everyone, San Juan was the one who threw out the first punch, leading by 14, 16 to 2. Quezon City humabol. They were able to cut it down, the lead. Naibaba na nga nila sa tatlo yan eh. And then it was 40-36. And then those back-to-back triples by AC Soberano, dun na. Tuluyang lumayo at hindi na nakabawi itong Quezon City, Coach Mike.
Napakalaking halaga ng 12 puntos ba yun? Pinutos ni AC Soberano. Patuloy pa rin ang tres dito. This time coming from Raylan Torres. That's their 13th three-point make out of 34 attempts. And the volume of shots that they've taken from three clearly shows you they have that intent this season to try and spread out the defense. Especially when they go up against teams like maybe Batangas, Quezon. You know, those teams are really definitely gonna be forced to close out, and it matters that they make their shots. And so far, the Knights have continue to be mighty after that loss against Rizal.
They improve. Talking about San Juan, sorry, Coach Mike, they will improve to a better record heading to that big matchup next week.
And back to the drawing board for Coach JV. Couple of losses. I think this is the first time, if I recall correctly, now that they started with a couple of losses against Caloocan and Binyan. So this is the second time this season that they have a two-game losing streak. The first one was against a couple of big guns in Caloocan and Binyan, and this time around it's Pasay and the San Juan Knights.
And job well done for San Juan as they notch another victory under their belt. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. And si AC Soberano yung nakita natin, Coach Mike, noon na nag-threaten ang Quezon City. But his awesome display shooting the ball from the outside was really the difference in this ball game, helping San Juan just cruise along and pick up a victory tonight against a pretty determined Quezon City Black Bull squad. They win this one 110-89.
Yeah, really it's AC saves the day for these San Juan Knights.
AC standing by with Daphne.
Maraming salamat, Ken. AC, you guys started strong pero biglang humabol o nanakot itong Quezon City. Pero grabe yung back-to-back triples mo para makapag-pull away kayo. Sa tingin mo, anong masasabi mo dun sa naging all-around performance ng iyong koponan?
Siguro ready lang kami lagi kung sino ipasok sa team namin. First group, second group, third group, fourth group, kahit ano pa man yan. Kahit reserve na, ready pa rin sa game eh. Nandun pa rin sila. So ayun siguro yung naging key dito na kahit sino ipasok sa amin, may maaasahan yung si coach, yung team sa amin.
AC, next game nyo is Caloocan. Will we see the same results na nangyari noong preseason?
Yun, magandang win to sa amin bago kami pumunta sa big game sa Caloocan. Hopefully makuha namin yung panalo, and yun nga, magiging ready pa rin kami. Magpe-prepare kami sa game na yun.
Again, thank you so much and congratulations to AC. Our best player of the game is brought to us by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Daphne, and congratulations to San Juan. AC Soberano certainly clicking from the outside. That would certainly help them in that big-time matchup next week against the Caloocan Batang Kakalu. And up next in this matchup between North versus South, matutunghayan natin ang One Bataan Risers. They will defend their home court. Kalaban nila ang Basilan. Keep it locked in dahil magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.